Didn't see you for 35 years? Because you didn't move till
Yeah, it's 5 years, yeah.
yes, I probably was 35 years, and it's like such a, it makes me feel so warm.
Wow. You see, all the way to
To came to this night, it was my pleasure. It's like unbelievable, you know. It really touches me. And I came to the Shiur because very nice. I'll get you back sometime, Bais Medrash Ohr Chaim, you know. I got to tell you something. I want to tell you something very interesting. This is my only chiddush that I have to tell you for myself. Otherwise, I'll say what I heard from others. But it had always bothered me. You know, the din is that a goysha shavas is chayiv misa. A guy which keeps Shabbos is chayiv misa. It always bothered me. What's pshat? You know, he keeps other mitzvahs, does tefillin, he goes to the mikveh, he grows payas, you know, puts mezuzah, you know. What's up is by they keep Shabbos, chayiv misa. I saw Pash pshat. I think is Pash pshat. I think is that imagine a king goes ahead. And, you know, he likes to buy his wife gifts every so often. You know, it's nice. A very nice thing to do. Okay, you know, go to the store. Okay, here, Rachel, here's $50,000. Go buy yourself a nice ring, you know, whatever you want. It's nice. It has somewhat of chashivas. The king bought it. But imagine if the king goes ahead. And he takes out the time on his own and he crafts out something very, very special, very, very unique for his wife. So that mamash, the work he put into something, you know, is something which has much more of a flavor to it because the king by himself took out the time to do it. So Pashpashai, I think what Shabbos is that Shabbos is a matana from Hashem, which is a very unique thing that Hashem crafted out on his own, that it should be a time which is davak for him and his kala. And if you take that private gift away that was crafted just for her, and you take that away, so that's worse than mezuzah or anything else, because that's a special present to the king. You stole my special present? That's your chayv misa. That's pashut pshat. I think that's pashut pshat. I thought of a different pshat to say. I told her, I'm an Ur guy in the summer. I told him to Chaim Mintz, he says he liked it very much, so I have a scum on it. Pshat is like this. This is what I thought. You know, imagine a guy goes ahead, and he finally went ahead and he made this invention, you know, called the iPhone. All right, he made the iPhone, and it's a very, very delicate thing. It has a lot of components, and he put so much time and so much koiches into this development of this iPhone. And what do when you go ahead and you make an invention? First, you get a copyright, you get a patent on it, you get whatever you need, you know, and you go ahead and you see if it's a good tazach, and everybody gives it okay. And then what you do is you go ahead and you market it. So there's different ways of marketing it. You advertise it. But the best way to do it is to get a hands-on to see exactly what it is, right? You want to get a hands-on people to see it. Wow, so it's really something very, very special, you know what I mean? So what do? You go ahead and you get a few intelligent people who hold themselves to be marketers, people who are good salespeople, and you get them together and you have meetings and you go and you teach them how to work the thing, and then these guys go out on their own to different stores, different locations, put up different signs, and they get people together who they know, and they gather people together to go ahead and to see the product, you know, from close up. You know, imagine again like a new toy comes out, so they go see it. That's the CF Schwartz in Manhattan, and they put up signs 3 weeks ago. There's a new toy car that they just came out with, every schmitzrik and everything. And a guy supposedly trained how to go ahead and to work these machines. And 2,000 people come to the thing, and the salesman goes ahead and he takes out the thing. Excuse me, okay, get up now, all right? He goes ahead and he gets the thing. And what happens is that people look at it and they say, ooh, you know, what's this button, what's that button? The guy goes and he goes, yeah. This button is, yeah. And he says, you see, this makes it go forwards, and the guy doesn't know what he's doing. The pencil goes backwards. It starts going into loops, and the people are looking. What? This thing's broken. It's such a fechi invention that the guy made up. This guy went ahead and he put in so much to get the invention, and he got a salesman that's coming in, and he mamish botched up what the whole tachlis of this invention was. And what happens is the guy that made the invention goes ahead and he says, "You mamish a ritzeach, because you're ganav. You said you know how to do it, and you went ahead and advertised it, and not only aren't people buying it, you went ahead and you disgraced it." Because you don't know how to go ahead and use the thing, you dope, you know? So I thought Shabbos like this. Shabbos is such a beautiful zach. I have to have a neshama to go ahead and to appreciate a Shabbos. Because Shabbos, we all know, is mamish. It's the highlight. It's mamish. A person who goes ahead and he's a ben Torah, a chashav balbas, a Shebet term mitzvahs, you know, like we all are over here. So we could go ahead and we could appreciate the Shabbos. Imagine you give a guy a Shabbos and you say, okay, what's Shabbos? Oh, Shabbos? Oh, it's very chilling. Yeah, what do? You sit, you get up, go to Shul, and you study, you take time with your kid, you spend time for Avodas Hashem, come back, you have a few l'chaims at the Kiddush Club afterwards, and you go home to have a nice, beautiful, delicious Suda. See, okay, now, yeah, and then? I said, and then, what do you mean, and then? Shabbos is, that's it. Shabbos is times with your family to get together and to bring Kedusha into your house, you know, sit down and learn with them, spend time with your wife, take a walk with her, get together with some chaverim and go to a shiur, whatever. You know, a person who's out there who doesn't like appreciate anything which is like spiritual, doesn't picture anything that's spiritual. What's going to happen is he's going to take the Shabbos and he's going to go, ugh. So Hashem says, you're taking a Shabbos. You think you're going to be able to go ahead and take a Shabbos. What you're doing is you're debasing the whole Shabbos because you can't put something to something which that doesn't apply to you, b'chlal. Guy puts mezuzah for shmir, puts on tefillin, the guy who maybe went mitzrayim with you, who knows what he's doing. But Shabbos is such a kaddish to gazach, such a heilig gazach. It's not like for a person to go ahead and to it doesn't apply for him. So that's why guys chayv misa, because you're messing up what Shabbos stands for. Shabbos is eis bris between us and the Rabbi Shalom, that he made the world. And what are you doing? You go ahead and you messed up with Rabbi Shalom when he headed. That was the tachlis to have Shabbos, you know, to come down to the world, to have a shvisa. It's ma'aridik. Okay, that was my egg chiddush. You know, everybody likes a little of his own more than anything else. You know what I mean? I just want to tell you some things about the parsha. And this thing hit me yesterday. I told to my talmidim yesterday. It's in the Siva Shalom. And it's a Meirik of the hair, I think. It's in Siva Shalom, yeah. What? Islam, man. What?
I have to say, I love your belt.
I love it too. I have Rebs. You know? Yeah, of course, Rebs. Soon you can see advertised. My wife's making merch for me, you know, be on sale soon. You know? Rebs. I told her it's going to make a bazillion out of the Rebs, you know, thing in Yeshiva with Rebs merch. She says, everybody knows you're crazy anyway, so it's not going to make any effect either way, you know.
Gave that to you? Who gave you?
Yeah, but they might tell me to make it for me. They have connections and try to together with the drugs you import, you know. They get a little merch inside there too, you know. In any case, chas v'shalom. I got to tell you, American Nesiva Shalom. It really hit me yesterday. It was America the hair. You know, the simple kasha was, why did Yitzchak want to give Esav, right?
$1 million question. Everybody asked.
Yeah, everybody has questions. So till now, everybody has the regular. I'll tell you first the teretz, the lifish teretz. You know what I mean? I heard from Baron Zechat Tzadik L'Racha. Baron says Pshat was very, very, very geschmack. You know, everybody cares about their kids. You know, if you have a kid that's running into problems, you know, so the first, most important thing, kids, to try to keep them, going through a hard time, keep them in a good environment. You got to keep them in a good environment, right? Keep them in a good environment, so this way, you know, they'll hang around with good people, so they won't have you either. You know, that's basic. Step number one, the good environment. That's what they need. Yitzchak was a bum. Esav was a bum. I said, give me a little more. I said, I didn't drink enough. Chaim.
It's working.
Has some
You know,
effect there.
and the wine is very interesting. You take 1 cup, you're satisfied. You know, take 2, you need more. You know, so you got a little ashka, but you got a little satisfied, a little more to get it going. All right. In any case, shadows like this. Yitzchak wasn't stupid. He knew exactly what Esav was. The Maral learner is not like that. You know, I mean, other Rishonim learn not like that. But on a simple level, I think all of us, you can't understand. We can't figure out our Rebbeim. I had a guy I was dealing with yesterday. So I have to be with him at night sometimes. So he's missing 2 nights ago. He said, hey, Reuven, maybe 2 nights ago. He says, I went out with some guys in Sender's Yeshiva. And I say, okay, 1:30 again. Hi, Reuven, where you at, baby? You know, he says, went to Mechels, you know. I'm serious. He said, why Mechels? Aha. He doesn't realize I have a Talmud that works there. Right? No, that's just Mechels. In any case, I decided where Mechels. Aha, very good. Kids the next day. I don't really check up on my Talmidim a lot because I work with a trust system, but it wasn't the first time, and it was really getting late, and I heard some noise. I heard some noise in the background on the phone when I was speaking to the guy. You know what I mean? In any case, so I called up my friend who's a Rabbi in Sanders, and I said, "Did you see this guy around over there last night?" He says, "Let me ask the guys." Nope, wasn't around here. You know, called the Mechels. I say, "My buddy's over there." I said, "I have a Talmud that works." And I said, "Did Reuven come around over there last night?" He says, "No." You know, aha. Okay, Uncle, you know, last night. Uncle, so where were you 2 nights ago? Oh, I told you, I met up some friends from, which guys? You know, from Senders, you know, what time is that? I go 1 o'clock, 1:15. Uh-huh. You know, I went to you yesterday, and I asked all your friends over there, did they see you? No, I didn't see for a week and a half already. Uh-huh. Okay, where'd you go afterwards? To Mechels? Uh-huh. I called him Mechels yesterday. You weren't there yesterday, you know. Okay, Rebs, you got me. You know what I mean? So if a guy like Rebs is smart enough to go ahead and to be aware and see what's going on, gets the drift, what's going to happen, and you know what I mean? I think Yitzchak, who was living in a house together with Son Esav, knew what's going on. I can't believe otherwise, okay? Again, Hashem say not like that, but most Hashem say that he knew, that he knew. And what was this cheshbon? Pshat was like this. So I told you, the in the yeshivas they say, because he wanted to keep him in a good environment, right? So he figured, he's going to start a yeshiva together. Yaakov's going to be the Rosh Yeshiva, and he's going to be the chief financial, advisor. You know what I mean? This way, he's going to keep him in a good place. You know what I mean? And that's really what I wanted. That's why the bracha was to have the gashmis. He's going to support the yeshiva. That's it's a very good plan, right? A really very good plan, right? But Rivka held nitazay. Rivka, nah. You have to realize something, all right? I heard this from a baron. Especially, it's hard for yeshiva to go in to make a board. And you see it happens a lot of times. If you don't have a hand-selected board, when you're going ahead and you're running yeshiva, afterwards what happens is that, it's not Talmidim of Rosh Yeshiva. What happens is, all of a sudden, every balabas, I'm not talking about the only guy that works, even if you have a board of Rosh Yeshivas, okay? So I don't mean to make balbat l'chas Hashem, right? But even if you have a board of Rosh Yeshivas, everybody's got their own dais. So as soon as you put together a board, what happens is that everybody says, okay, you shouldn't bother them at black hats. You shouldn't bother them about wearing the tzitzis out. You shouldn't bother them to learn 12 hours a day. You shouldn't bother them to only learn 3 hours a day. Bother them 33 hours a day. Both ways. It goes in every direction. You have pulling in every direction to go ahead and for the members to have what they want. Again, if they respect Rosh Yeshiva, so that everybody's mevatel themselves, they're all talmidim, they have the same derech, everything's great. So Rivka held like this. What's going to happen is if you're going to go ahead and you're going to bring Esav in, that he's going to go ahead and he's going to be running the CFO. So what's going to happen is he's going to start pulling dayas to it. You go to shivas, you know what I mean? Now you see what happens in Eretz Yisrael. It happens in America over here now. They're not giving money to even the American government. They're taking away money if they don't go ahead and have more English inside the things. Well, it's good or bad. We're not talking about. But I'm just talking. I gotta think they should have English. You know, I was one of my talmidim, this kid went to a Chafetz Chaim yeshiva. I'm in good, so that's otherwise good lashon. I'll tell you. And they have English like in the afternoon for like 3.5 hours. So the guy said, I'm going to become bums over there for 3.5 hours. I said, what are they going to do instead? But what are you going to speak about Rosh Yeshivas? What are you going to make fun of Rosh Yeshivas, make this and this and this? To have English, I think it's a great thing. Keep the mouth first. You get intelligent. You can learn education. You know what I mean? What's wrong? You know what I mean? It's not connected to turn. Not speaking up your courses. You know what I mean? Speaking better than what? What are you doing instead? You know what I mean? So it's good to keep them out. Keep
very into,
yeah. I said it's in Cherry Hill.
all the different ones. They're all.
They're great. They're great. They have a 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 great mahalach. You know what I mean? The kids come out happy. They know what they want. And in the Lumdus, they're also very teeth. You know, they learn very little. They're very teeth. It's very good. Well, every shiva is good, but sometimes. In any case, so that's what Baron says. The Slumber Rebbe says on Meirich Kavan, B'derech Hasidus. He says like this. I mean, one of the major differences that we have with us and a goy, right, is as follows. In the Avodas Hashem, their Avodah and our Avodah. The Avodah of a goy, when they work, the priests, in most, I called up Syria yesterday to see if there's such a thing. Goyim have abstention; they don't get married. I mean, the priests, they don't have they're parish from this world. They have nothing to do with this world, as we all know. Sheker, Belamaisi, you know what I mean? But they're like boys instead of girls. There's things that happen over there in the churches, which we all know about. You know what I mean? But officially, what they preach is. Officially, what they preach is that no, you're not allowed to have enough from this world. You're not allowed to have enough from this world. You're not allowed to have enough from this world. A Yiddish derech is punkvakert. The first parak Mesilas Yesharim, Eino Nivra Elisanig Hashem. A person was put into this world, Elul Hisanig Hashem, to go ahead and have enough from this world, right? With a Tanai that you're going and you're doing from Avodas Hashem. A person having relations with his wife. It's because that's the way a guy gets the closest to Dveikus. In order to feel what a Dveikus to Hashem is, what yichud your wife. So you know what a closeness is. You know what a real closeness is if you have a good relationship, and that type of relationship you're supposed to go ahead and have with Rabbi Shalom. When a person goes ahead and he eats and he sees the beauty of what Hashem put into the world, the Geshmak Chol, the Geshmak Kugel, a great bottle of livet, you know. So when a person goes ahead and he has these things and he uses for Avodas Hashem, right? That's what Hashem wants. Hashem wants a place in this world. This is what the Rebbe says, and you see it by Tisha B'av. You know, one of the biggest problems that we don't have is the Scheiner, Hashem's in Golus. Hashem doesn't have a house. This world is Hashem's house lamata, and our job in this world is to go ahead and take this house that HaKadosh Baruch Hu went ahead and he met over here to make it a living accommodations. You're not going to somebody's house and they're going to put you. I never have somebody I deal with. You know, the guy's not so he has no place to go, no place to eat, no place to sleep. So his brother, he's sick. He's whacked off. He's he got into heavy drugs. You know, went to heavy things. Shreklach. So his brother come to deal with him in the back house. He had a swimming pool, so there's like a little back house. You know, where you change. It's not even a bathtub, and they put him inside over there. You know, he had no prayer because he couldn't live in the house because he smells and he acts like not me. No. I had a different guy. I had a different guy in my house. I don't tell you about. But I'm serious. In any case, so imagine the world in Hashem's eyes is something now that's fech. Why not Hashem to come to this world with the transvestites? You know, he's going to go sit. He's going to walk in the streets of Manhattan to get all the guys burning garbage cans and starting with if everybody walks by. That's the world that Hashem's coming down into. Our job is to get Trump back in there, right? And to go ahead and clean up the streets, get rid of those Mexicans who are robbing everybody, bringing all the who knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? In other words, our job is to go ahead and take this world and to go into a place which is Roy Fashroy Scheiner, right? Let me ask you like a stupid question, you know? Imagine you go to Yaakov Avinu and say, okay, Yankel, all right? Okay, Yankel, go build a Bais Medrash for the Bais Shalom. What? Yeah, go build a Bais Medrash. Okay, and the saws, the drill. What's Yaakov Avinu know about saws and drills and hammers and nails and chisels and measurers things to go measure things that should be right? How does Yaakov know anything about that? Who knows? Esav knows how to go ahead and to make guns and to make weapons and to go ahead and to build and to go do things and to use the world in a way that he, if he uses it the right way, to be very constructive. right? His son, right? He's a middlefield. He know how to do everything. And he did everything. He did everything. But Lamaisa, a person like that, Asap, it would be the greatest thing if he get the bracha of Gashmias. Why? Because this way he knows how to go ahead and to make a world that's worth living for the Rabbi Shalom, and this way it will be a world taka to go ahead and to live in. Now, what the other side was, I didn't go any weiter because he went to, I don't know if you read Shlom's farm. I only read the parts which are more Sephardic, and a little kedusha, you know what I mean? Like as far as like kedusha to gavar, but to get into the a little too high, that's not for me. But I know it's really a little too hard. But in any case, he says that's a murder kavar. The Islam Rebbe is saying. In other words, our world is supposed to be for Hashem to be available. Let him feel comfortable coming into the world. And if you're going to go ahead and you're going to make a world of something, Yaakov can't build such a world. He can't build such a world. He's like Yaakov's two left hands. What does he know? He doesn't get a Gemara, look inside the Gemara, I go away. You know what I mean? That was shot on him. I think it's a murder kavar.
Yeah, but that wasn't. The problem was Esau was already killing.
Huh?
He was already doing the bad stuff.
So did Yitzchak know that? I don't know. How much he know? I don't. Good. I don't know.
No,
I was just trying to bring out your side. You're right.
Okay.
You can ask all the kashas you want. Again, I'm telling you, your side is very good. Your side, and you can ask all the kashas you want because, again, that's one thing I learned about Hasidic farm. It's a very good in understanding in a different perspective with a different pair of glasses. So you can ask your Lamda Shakashas. It's not to make to ask Lamda Shakashas. It's made to see a good mahalach al Pichasidus. That's why I find al Pichasidus that they always see good in everything. There's no ra. That's why we're trying to see. That was a milas. So again, I'm not a chassid, right? But later when I started learning the Slumber Rebbe, things which are like abstract, which I try to some Breslov stuff, right? My yeshiva's in Breslov, so they have a lot of Breslov stuff. I try to, but I can't make heads and tails out of it. And I really can't. I couldn't make tails and tails of it. You need a Rebbe for it, but there's a lot of things you have to accept in a lot of Hasidic farm, which I'm not ready to. Being yeshiva bacher. The chaf really is a hapach with a kuf and you make a monkey out of it. I don't know these things. So I don't know. It's not for me. You need a Rebbe to go ahead and to do it. I'm still busy with nigla. I don't have time for nista right now. I'll be very honest with you. All right? That's another thing I want to discuss about. Another important thing is all right? Like this. Let me start with a story, and then maybe you can understand a little better. I heard this from Rabbi Leff. No, Rabbi Lev? No, Rabbi Lev.
Left from Florida?
No, yeah. Rabbi Lev from Florida. Religion from Florida, right? Now he's Baruch Hashem. He's the Adam God Lad Mois.
Very sick.
Yeah, I know, I heard. Yeah, from Kimai Shamat Joe, right? He said over America Maisa. Let me share it with you. And then I'll tell you what I'm trying to bring out from it. He's sitting one day in his house, and he's a tremendous lamda, Tamachachmi, Shammai, a American person. I love him, I had a funny story I got to share with you. My brother, when he went to medical school, so he did his medical school in.
He's a doctor.
What?
He's a doctor.
He was a doctor. He was nifted this year. He was 76, young man. Yeah, he's a great guy. In any case, he lived in Florida when he did his medical school. So my parents went Shabbos to visit him. So he had the big shul in North Miami Beach. I don't know if you guys ever been in North Miami. He had the big shul over there. Rabbi Spiro. Ephraim Spiro took over afterwards. Yeah, whatever it is. But he was the rough in the shul. And again, he's a telzer. He's special. So, my parents, seeing shul, they had all the cool dicker things. It was young Israel, so they don't have the big mechitzas or anything. They had the 5 mechitzas, or mechitzas, which are kasha pi'alacha, but most people don't use it. But when you're out of town, you can't be from a zachar. You have to make everybody comfortable coming into the shul. The modern Orthodox yeshiva, chassid, whatever it is. So my parents, the whole look at this tzura of the shul coming from a shtibel. My parents chassidish, going to a shtibel, and they're going to the shul with cushioned seats. They'll lean back if you want. During Kodesh, open it up. It's so beautiful. It's lit up. It's a beautiful shul, a maisa. So all the latest events that go on in the community, are on the bulletin boards in the shul. So it seems that before Shabbos, somebody had come to the shul and hung up a sign, like there's an event going on Saturday night, So I guess when they put up the paper, they covered up the E of the word Eruv. So my mother walked into the shul and she was looking at the thing, and the sign said, "The Ruv is kosher."
What was he before?
The Eruv. My mother walked to the shul, my parents are Holocaust survivors, If it wouldn't be big letters, they wouldn't have to, my mother take out a glass, she wouldn't have seen it anyway, you know what I mean? But it was like a very, very funny thing. Walk into the shul and says, "The Ruv is kosher." Shamala, what's my das? What's kosher? I didn't know what that. I was so busy cock. I was bent over in laughter. It was American. In any case,
You probably would have made the most of it, right?
What?
You would have made
Oh
the
yeah.
most of it, for sure.
My Bakr would have gone crazy with this one. All right. We'll dive in here. Maybe next week's not kosher. We'll have a good time. All right. All right. So what happens? Like he's sitting, he's learning. All of a sudden, he's fancy in the car, drives a Maserati. This guy coming out of his car, a young-looking guy. He looked like 17, 18 years old. Nice sports jacket with the gold blazer, old times, the double breasted suits. The double jacket's nice. Mom is dressed to kill and everything. And he's looking at this guy, and this guy has everything. What's he coming to me for? What more do he want from a rub over sitting in North Miami Beach? I was thinking, what could I do? And he comes in, and he says, "Can I speak to the rabbi?" He says, "Yeah, sure, take a seat. What's going on?" And he breaks down. He starts crying and crying and crying. And he couldn't get a word out of his mouth till the Rav had to calm down, a little more livid. And he said, "Tell me, what's the matter? What's going on over here?" He said, "Look at you. You have dressed like to kill. You have everything. I see your car. Look at your suit, your Ferragamo shoes. You have everything you want. What are you crying about?" He says, and he takes a credit card out of his pocket. He says, "I'm crying about this." He says, "What's the matter? It doesn't work?" He says, "No, punk verkehrt." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "It works too good." He said, "What do you mean?" He says, "My parents got divorced. And then what happened was, I was alone with my father, for a few years, my parents got divorced 3-4 years or whatever it was. And then, my father found a nice girl, found a nice woman. And she told him, she'll marry him, but on one condition, that she doesn't want to have children around the house. She wants to have she doesn't want to have anything from her husband, first wife. She doesn't have children. She doesn't want anybody with children. So for us, I had to do some thinking. I love you, so I have to take care of you, right? So he gave me a credit card. He said, "Go ahead and buy whatever you want. Give whatever you want. Take the card, buy yourself an apartment, but I can't have you around." And he said, "Oh, we'll get right? Yeah, right. Have everything you want, but I'm sorry, I can't have anything with you." What am I telling you with this, my son? My son like this. If you look in the parasha of the Tal, V'yitelcha Hashem Elokim B'tal Shammai Mishmar Eretz. It's a very interesting thing to note that it says Elokim. By the bracha of Yaakov, right, it says Elokim. Why? What's the lashon midas hadin? So Rashi says, because if you're deserving, you'll get. If you're not deserving, then you're not going to get. But Esav doesn't say that. Esav doesn't say that. By the bracha of Esav, just to have it, take it. Goodbye. Leave me alone. I want anything to do with you. Take it. Goodbye.
That's what this boy was feeling.
We a lot of times, Lamai says, we have it by us that Hashem gives us so much, and unfortunately, people say, I don't know, a lot of people say, okay, thanks, just keep it. Don't worry about my relationship with God. These things don't concern me. I know you love me. Just give me the card. Give me a card. You know? You see the same thing when it comes to Eretz Yisrael, how some parents act with their children. Some parents tell their children, when you need something, call me up. Second step is, some people say, I'll give you allowance every week, and give me a call once a week. And then some parents go ahead and they give the kid a credit card. Do me a favor. You know, I sent you. I need a vacation. You need a vacation. Do what you got to do. Lamaisa, Lamaisa, like you said about the Nachash before. Some Sefer says that was shot. What's the Nachash's problem? Nothing. A Nachash has no problems. Nachash, wherever the snake, wherever it goes, Hashem gave it the biggest bracha in the world. The biggest bracha in the world. The snake never needs anything. And Mamela, unfortunately, what happens is, it never goes ahead and comes to Hashem or needs anything because it has everything. And if it come next time, Hashem's going to say, what do you need? You have it. Goodbye. By us, we'll zoicha that when there are things that we don't have, in Bayer Nefashas, Rabbi Scheiner. So plus Pshat is he created a lot of Nefashas and whatever we're missing, right? But Pshat could be a little different. Bayer Nefashas rabbis, and he gave us chesroinus. He gave things that were missing that we should have to come on to Hashem. Because if we wouldn't come onto this chesroinus, that we have to come on to Hashem. It's the biggest bracha that Hashem gives us is that we have chesroinus, because this way you come. And that's Pshat and end of the bracha also. Baruch Olamim. You'll be gebenched and you live Olamim. What two worlds? You're living in this world. The Torah says no. The way you're going to get to Olam Haba too, the second world too, is because now that you have to come on to the Rabbi Shalom, and you're going to realize it now, so you're going to be zeicha to the next world too, because otherwise you're not going to have to come on to the Rabbi Shalom, and you're never going to have that feeling that that's what you need. Let me just set up one cute little vart and let me cook some fish. Let me tell you when to work. Yeah, sure. I'm still finish it without me, buddy. Okay, let's go.
How are you going to get rid of the deep svaras?
No. I told my Bachram today. Elamai said, it's something nice. They say it. I think Rav Chaim Shmulevitz said this. He says one teretz, and I'll tell you another teretz. Think about it. Rivka had a problem. She's going past the church, and she feels something's pushing itself out. She goes past the shul, something's pushing itself out. All right? So, what was it? When it came to church, Esav wanted to get out, which we understand, because that's his home. So get me out of here, you know what I mean? Yaakov went by Shul. Kasha is very simple kasha. Where is Yaakov going? What are you doing on your mother's stomach? The Gemara says, you're sitting and learning, right? You're sitting and learning. So what's Yaakov's problem?
And he was learning with a mouth.
I was learning with a Malch of Hashem, right? So that's what Chaim Shmulevitz says. And he said, Pshat is because it's better to go ahead and learn with Charusa than learn with a Malach than to be in an environment with a bum.
You said before.
Can we reverse it a bit?
Yeah.
With a chavrusa like Yaakov, why would an Esav change?
Oh, good kasha, right? Good kasha. Okay, I don't know. All right.
I mean, there's no answer.
There's an answer to everything. My head isn't focused on that right now, but that's what some people say. Yeah. I was going to tell you something else.
I apologize.
No. It's okay. I'll tell you something else.
Continue.
Sorry, just got to get the distracted for a second.
Take a drink.
Think about inside the church and the...
Yeah, right. No. Oh, okay. That's what I could tell you. Sounds like this. This is what's in the real for yeshivas. It's a very good to hear. I don't know if there's a sefer. I'm sure some of you guys heard about it. Shammai. There's somebody. Shuvas Min Shammai. Shuvas Min Shammai. Yeah, right. Real Kubla something, right? It's a sefer that was written down that a Makubal had he got it from Malchus Shammai, right? There's mice with the goyin. They say that to Bais Yosef, Magid Mishmar, I think it was the Bais Yosef, or right, Bais Yosef, right? Every he used to learn with a Malch. So they went to the goyin, and they told the goyin, he says, why don't you learn to Malch, you know? The guy said, what? Fuck. We want to. I feel schalein. I want to harm and tear myself. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say, you can tell me I'm shtickle tear. Let me go there. I want to harm and tear myself to make something. What?
I want to work hard for it.
I want to work hard for it. That's a male's tear. So I'm going to get taught by a mouth. Everybody could do that. You know what I mean? And Lamaisi, you know, it's.
You see the godless of the guy, the way.
Yeah. This is the Harvanian
That's what I'm
tear.
trying to say. Yaakov was trying to get away from that so he could learn.
Right, that's the terrace. That's the terrace. The reason why Yaakov went to the Goa is because he was a malach on Hashem. Come on, everybody can do that. You know, everybody does that. We all did that. You know what I
In
mean?
the stomach, right? Yeah.
Listen, the Baruch Hashem should help us. We should.
Who says that answer? That he ran away because of a malach? Is that yours? Or?
I forgot. It's a good word, regardless. I'm sure somebody says it. You know what I mean? You know. But in any case, I really appreciate you guys coming and listening in. And
Really, really good. I like